Well, hello Canadian Campaholic here on a very hot mid-July day at Point Farms Provincial Park. This is the same site we were in July of last year. A little tricky getting in today. Some of the other sites are occupied, so I wanted to try and come in on the driver's side over here, and that didn't work, so I had to turn around, do a bit of a scoop, back it in on the passenger side. Not a fan of that, but we made it work. Didn't get here till about 4, so we're going to make a quick supper here in a second, and then we'll head down to the beach to cool off and watch the sunset, because it is hot. I think with the humidity it's probably 35 Celsius, so a little bit toasty, but we're here for the next 3 nights, continuing our summer tradition with the kids camping. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in a minute. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we come here in the summer. I know I've remarked about this on the channel before, but it's crazy how far out the water's gone, because around the time of COVID, the water was almost up to these pieces of wood. Now it's way out. It's dropped even further than last year. Holy moly. May have to boost the audio a little bit here so I don't disturb people around me, but first fire for this trip. Man, I was shocked at how low the water level was, and water was so warm it was insane, but my little kids got a bunch of sand in their hair, so just had to take them up to the showers here and get them all cleaned up. They're going to stay in the camper for the rest of the night. My son and I, as is tradition, are going to sit by the fire. Maybe go for a little bit of a walk later. We're due for some really nice weather while we're here for the next few days. So it's crazy how when you get older, the passage of time seems to go by more quickly. It seems only yesterday we were driving in the lane to leave Point Farms for the last time, dropping off garbage and recycling. I remember looking back down the lane to the Huron campground and feeling a little melancholy. This was August of last year, thinking, oh, it's going to be a long time before we're back here again. And here we are, July of the next year, and we're back already. Crazy. The older you get, the faster it seems to go. But very tired. Good drive this time, but very tired. Been a long day. 2 full days, and then we head home on Wednesday. So quite a few people here, even though it's a Sunday. So hoping to go for a little bit of a stroll later on. And yeah, we'll bring you back in later when the action continues. Might not be till the morning, we'll see. So we're heading into Goderich. Figured the Cove beach is probably nicer. Yes, you got to pay for it, but that's okay. It's a nice beach. You know, beach safety is important in our family. Don't wear clothes that are blue or green. Wear something that is visible, you know, something that's bright. John Deere logo on there. This is maybe a little too bright. Does it make me look tanned?
Maybe more jaundiced than...
Jaundiced, okay, that's not really the effect I was going for. I used to have a bright orange one, but now it's like a peach color, and it's like 10 years old, so they'll be able to see me in this one. Okay, we're done. You get to participate in the videos now, because you were actually on camera. Turn it off! You guys are going to have some snacks?
Well, we need sunscreen again.
Another big old boat going in to get salt from the Sifto salt mine. Another beautiful day.
Recording.
Hello, one that they were at the beach, and here's Mom and Dad.
Make sure your fingers aren't in front of the lens.
I think it's the middle
So we are at the beach today. Let's go check it out. And we're back. And Remy Ball trying to catch a fish. And, yeah, it's a bit dark.
So we're back at camp now, evening of our first full day, and we just had supper, and I'm about to do some dishes in the camper, but before I do that, I thought I would share a little story with you. I don't want this to seem like I'm trying to be dramatic just for the sake of views, but I'm going to overlay some footage here of one of the buoys that marks and delineates the swimming area down at Cove Beach. Now, it's a bit of an arc shape, and this particular buoy is the furthest one out. And yesterday, on my own, in very calm water, as you saw in some of that footage, I decided to swim to the buoy. Now, I'm in my mid-40s, clearly overweight, not in the best of shape, but I'm a pretty good swimmer. What a mistake. What a mistake that was. I got out to the buoy, and it was kind of exhausting to swim out there, and I turned around, and as I was trying to swim back, there was just a slight undertow, which is very deceiving because the water was incredibly calm. But every time I'd take a few strokes trying to move forward, I'd feel like I was getting pulled back again, and I just got really fatigued all of a sudden and kind of panicked. And I know in those situations you should either tread water or lay on your back, but yeah, I got a little frightened, I won't lie. And you hear it all the time. It's happened even this year around the Great Lakes. Sadly, people drown all the time. Last night when we were at sunset, there were people that were easily a kilometer away from shore swimming. And maybe they're more athletic than I am, but it's bloody dangerous. I'm not ashamed to say that my wife actually had to grab a floaty and swim out halfway to kind of help me back. These sweet kids that were between 8 to 13 were on a paddle board. And one of the kids said, "Excuse me, sir, are you okay? Do you need help?" And at that point, I'd calmed down. And I wasn't panicking and screaming and flailing my arms, making a scene, but I did call to Claire from the distance I was, because I got a big voice, she heard me. And I just looked at her and said, "Claire, help!" And she rushed out to my rescue, which was a big deal because she's pretty scared of deep water and fish. And I would guess out by that buoy, it's got to be 10, 15 feet deep, which is deep enough to drown in. But I'm exhausted now. My chest muscles are really sore. But yeah, it was a little, I won't lie to you folks, just between you and I mean, yeah, it was kind of panicking just a bit at that particular point. So, not, life flashed before my eyes. I thought I was going to die kind of a thing. But I thought if I get too tired and sink a little bit and start to struggle, no one's going to be here to help me. There's nothing I can really do to remedy the situation. So, man, oh man, that was a little crazy. So we will be back at the beach tomorrow. I will not be swimming to the buoy. If I swim in slightly deep water, I will stay with other people. And yeah, I mean, people even on floaties, you get a false sense of security with floaties. And there was somebody from Goderich, I think, that got sucked out in a floaty, and they had to send out like Coast Guard rescue to go rescue this person. You got to be so careful in deep water. I've swam out in the middle of the lake before in deep water. That was off of a boat, but that was like 17 years ago, and we were just bobbing around by the boat, and you could grab onto the boat. But jeez, yeah, what a silly thing to do. So anyway, gonna clean up the dishes here in a minute and start a little bit of a fire. I don't think we'll go back down to the beach for sunset tonight. That's enough beach for one day. And then tomorrow we're going to celebrate my wife's birthday one day early. Our birthday is departure day when we head home, so we'll do some stuff with her tomorrow to kind of celebrate. Maybe we'll get dinner and have it down at the beach like we did last year. So, time to rest now. Getting there slowly. The Fiskars X11 splitting axe. It's 5 years old now. Continues to be an absolute lifesaver. featured this on the channel before. This is a piece of telephone pole that I found at the storage facility many years ago. I've had to put some worm gear clips on it, or clamps rather, to hold it together. But it's just the right height that when you get big chunks of wood, especially if you're buying it from the parks and it's damp, to split it down into thinner pieces and get down to that drier wood makes a big difference. You're not struggling with massive logs. You can be a little more careful with how much wood you're using and have a decent fire without standing here flapping a wood flapper like this, or a fire flapper, trying to keep it going. So let that build up for a bit and have a nice little fire here. If we do go to sunset, we'll just go to the lookout point. We won't go to the beach. Too tired for that. Besides, we'll do a whole day at the beach tomorrow, so.
Oh no! Okay, you gotta hold on to this one now. It's Ellie's turn.
Oh no.
Good job. Oh, I can't go. Okay, Addie's turn. Nope, Addie, you want to put down your card now. Mommy's turn.
Do you have a green, Violet, or a 9?
Violet, you don't have a green? Let's see.
Check your cards, honey, because they're all smushed up together. So we got the stove all powered up. Got some breakfast sausages here and just a little bit of water just to slightly boil them through before you fry them. We've got some bacon that we pre-cooked about 80% of the way there in the oven at home. Just means a lot less cooking time, a lot less mess, a lot less grease at the campsite. So a little bit of a hack, I suppose. And then I've just got some eggs that I'll do some scrambled eggs. Sometimes I like fried sunny side up eggs, but lately my son's been preferring scrambled. So what I can do is I can cook up the sausages once they've boiled through a little bit, get the bacon in there, render that down so some more of the bacon grease will be in the pan, mix up the scrambled eggs, and then just basically cook the eggs in half of the pan, let the meat sit in the other side, and it's kind of, you know, breakfast in a single pan. We cook outside as much as possible with the naphtha. We do have the propane 2-burner gas hob stovetop in the camper, but it just creates a lot of steam and heat and bacon smell. Stale bacon smell in a camper is kind of gross. It smells good when you're first cooking it, but then later when you go back into the camper, those of you that camp in trailers regularly can attest to this, stale bacon stink is not pleasant. It's not a very nice smell. So, plus the fact, look at this, look at the outdoor scenery. Look how gorgeous it is out here today. Celebrating my wife's birthday a day early today. I think I may have mentioned that already in this video. So we're going to do some fun stuff. Probably spend the whole day at the beach. I'll probably get everybody supper from takeout. Take that down to the beach. Probably go to the Goderich beach again. With the water levels dropping and whatnot, the beach here at the park is a bit gross. So, but yeah, the only other component with this, as I mentioned, is the beans and the tomatoes. Those are just canned, and I just throw those in a bowl and glass bowl and microwave them. We've got the microwave in the camper, so yes. One little tip if you're new to camping is breakfast. Very, very important when you're camping. The fresh air, exercise, and everything else, and exertion will make you more hungry than you probably are at home. So that's why we always like to have a breakfast like this at home. It's mostly like, you know, oatmeal, cereal, stuff like that. But camping, gotta have a fry up. Beachside food delivery, courtesy of me. Back at camp with the big brats. It's actually pretty late for us to be having a fire. It's pushing 10:30. By the time we enjoyed the sunset at the beach, got back here, showered the little kids, and had a quick cake for my wife's early birthday celebration. It was pushing 10:30, but the kids insisted they wanted a little bit of a campfire, so I'm not going to make it much bigger than this. Kind of threw this together real quick. But the end of a pretty amazing day. And you can't see anything up there. And then tomorrow it's departure day, so this wraps up the beginning of our summer camping season, which will really only consist of 2 trips, but that's okay. But anyway, I'm so tired I can't even think straight, so we're just going to enjoy this fire, and we'll bring you back in the morning on departure day when we're packing up and heading home. Well, it is a very hot and steamy departure day. Although it won't be too hot for long. There's a mega storm rolling in here soon. We've been listening to the thunder all morning, so we're running around trying to pack up very quickly. Hopefully not get drenched at the dump station. Then it's the long for us, 2.5 hour ride back to home. So thanks for coming along on this adventure as always, and make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Next trip's about 5 weeks. Again, less trips, longer duration, so next one will be late August. Catch you later.